That is my take for today, entitled State Police, an Opportunity for a Fresh Start. Now that the idea of state police has garnered the right attention in the right places, and we have a national consensus on its adoption, let us be careful to realize that this is also an opportunity for us to fix the many challenges of policing in Nigeria. While giving the state an opportunity to be in charge of their own internal security, not waiting for the IGP in Abuja, is desirable, there are also other game-changing initiatives that we must employ to actually transform policing in our country. For instance, let's talk about how to prevent abuse of the power of the state police. And this is key. Now, we know that there is abuse at the federal authority, as we have had in our experience. When we decentralize the control, we risk proliferating that abuse in 36 states. We cannot replace one distant center of misuse with 36 ones. So how do we guard against that? First, we must make sure that the state assemblies have real oversight power and they are more independent of their governors so that they can manage issues of hiring and firing. Second, there ought to be a state police council in each of the states where we have leaders of thought to share the powers with the governor. Such a council would then share the responsibility, for instance, of hiring and firing the commissioner of police with the governor. Now, that council will also have statutory powers to oversight police abuse and other issues. Now, we know that such abuses in the past led to the massive 2020 NSAS protest. So we got to look at it very carefully. We need to use this opportunity to make sure that we have a police that serve the entire Nigerians, not just the elites and politicians. If we build police that the people can own, then the credibility of that institution becomes notable and the people can really, really trust it. That is why we cannot leave the control of the state police in the hand of one politician. Now, another fundamental thing that we need to pay attention to is fixing the welfare crisis in the police. Funding has to be dramatically overhauled. For instance, we must critically address the plight of the average Nigerian police officer. What does that mean? It means that we should raise morale through improved pay, timely pensions, and decent housing and health care for the police officer and the family. It means we must refine the training to include modern investigative techniques and technology. It means we have to repackage the kitchen of the policeman so that they are dignified. It means that we have to transform their equipment by replacing obsolete communication gear and give them the best that is available. It means that we should overhaul the entire funding of the policing system in the country with joint state and federal government contributions that is not influenced by politics. It means that when we have a well-fed officer who is dignified, there can be trust between the police and the people. Then we need to recruit enough numbers. The UN ratio, for instance, is 1 police officer to 450 citizens. That's about 222 to 100,000 people. Now, I'd like to conclude this with a story of what is possible when we get this right. I remember in the late 80s, during the Babangida administration, that Professor Wole Soyinka played an active role in the formation of a paramilitary organization, that is the FRRC. It was an opportunity that showed us that such a paramilitary organization could be set up with firm ethical standards and disciplines that cannot be gainsaid. Then Nigerians relished a paramilitary organization that was delivering to the people. For instance, according to the Voice of Nigeria, the first decade of the FRSC from 88 to 98 was devoted to laying a solid foundation for the organization and raising awareness that could convince every Nigerian that the FRSC was not just business as usual. Offenders were apprehended and they were made to pay. There were video clips of traffic crashes and everybody behaved themselves. I think Nigeria has another opportunity, just as when FRSC was formed, to rework our policing system to meet the expectations of Nigerian people. If we combine a good oversight system and we have a police that the people can own, then we can truly move forward with a police that Nigerians can truly trust. We cannot allow this opportunity of a crisis in our security situation not to fix the police entirely. Now that all of us seem to agree that we should go ahead with state police. My point here, and I'd like to make it again, is that this crisis that has provided the national consensus for state policing is actually an opportunity for us to fix the policing system in Nigeria, fix the welfare of the police officers, fix the funding of the police, fix their equipment with proper facilities and for proper equipment that they need, top notch. Give them the right technology-based tools, and then let there be trust between the people and the police. Don't let one politician be in the entire control of the police forces in the state. Let leaders of thought share that responsibility with the governor. We have no reason not to fix our policing with this opportunity that we have, and we should do it.